Today I fucked up by smoking weed for the first time and trusting my friend on the dosage. I need better friends. I've never smoked weed. Ever. In fact, I haven't taken any mind-altering drugs ever, including alcohol. So I let my good friend know that. He, being the generous stoner he is, tells me that he got me covered. I say fuck it, sure. I go to his place and we get set up. He brings some snacks and pulls out his collection of spaceship-looking bongs and a small jar. I asked him where the weed was and he told me that no one smokes straight-up plant anymore and that oil is the way to go. First fuck up was not realizing what that meant. He fires up a lighter that works like a blowtorch and heats it up and then scoops up some of the wax. He takes a hit to show me how to do it. He then tells me that since it's my first time, 3 hits should be enough. Second fuck up. The big one. I basically take what I later learned to be 3 fat dabs, as people apparently call it, within 30 seconds. He congratulates me on not coughing for whatever fucking reason and starts laughing like a maniac. I ask him if I did something wrong and he assured me that I didn't and to strap in for the ride. For like a solid minute I was all good and didn't feel anything. Then the TV screen started to look a little funny and the text seemed a little bolder. I decided to look at my hands and holy shit. It looked like I was a cartoon or animation character. It was like I was playing a FPS video game or something. My hands almost had an outline like it was drawn. I extended my arms and it looked like I was stretching beyond my physical limits. I could not remember what I was thinking 10 seconds ago. It was like I was living life in 10-second increments. We were watching a movie and whenever the scene would change, I would completely forget what happened in the last scene. He then told me that it would be a good idea to dim the lights and turn on his LED light strip. It had a function where it would change color and flash based on the beat of the music that's playing. I laid on the bed and watched the lights change and listened to some good music. I shit you not, I was probably on the bed watching the lights for at least an hour and a half. At first the lights were just flashing, but as I watched it more and more, every flash turned into a bloom of fractals that felt like they were physically touching me and controlling my breathing and heartbeat. Anyways, after a while I get hungry and spread some Nutella on a sliced bread. I put it in my mouth and within 30 seconds, I'm in tears. It just tastes significant other fucking good. My friend asks me if I'm okay and why I am crying. All that came out of my mouth was, Nutella is God. What I really meant was that it tasted like I consumed a piece of divinity, like God himself blessed my taste buds. I was slurping that shit like a 4-year-old eating fries. After a while, I fell asleep and woke up feeling fine. I wasn't ready to be that high. Too long did not read. My friend gave me, a weed-smoking virgin, way too high of a dose and got me high enough to worship Nutella. Yay, this could have been so much worse. No one smokes straight plant anymore. Question mark. Your friend is strange. That's a great trip. Mine, I threw up all over their living room and scared my friend. Trust me, yours will be a great memory to look back on. As an everyday smoker, and someone who's been smoking weed for about 10 years, not daily consistent the whole time, I can't stand stoners who do this to new smokers. I want people to enjoy themselves, not hurt themselves. Screw that dude. Also, I smoke plant. Have been forever. Oil, dabs are always and have always been too strong for me. I'm my first year of smoking I was into the, let's smoke as much as we can. But with the stuff they have out now it's much easier to get to a point that's uncomfortable. I could not remember what I was thinking 10 seconds ago. It was like I was living life in 10-second increments. I felt this in my fucking soul. Nah, there's something a little wrong with someone who claims to be your friend absolutely blasting your mind without at least giving you the information to make the decision yourself. Good thing it was just weed and not something stronger. I smoked seeds and sticks out of an aluminum can in the desert in 120-degree weather. You got a way better end of the deal. I remember when I got high like that. The good old days. Today I fucked up, made my neighbors think my girlfriend is my sister. So I met my neighbor, M, once or twice while we were moving into our new apartment. Nice dude, all was good. Hadn't met the wife, but my girlfriend had. So, my sister was moving into an apartment not far down the road only a week after me and my girlfriend had moved into ours. I was going back and forth helping them move and stopped by my apartment to grab a few things before leaving again to go help my sister and her husband. As I'm walking to the car with a few things I see the neighbor lady. We say hi, meet, and she asks what our plans are Xmas weekend. I said, "Oh well, right now I'm just helping my sister move some stuff." She looked a little confused but went on and we went about our business. Well, my girlfriend had a separate conversation with this lady shortly after. The neighbor had mentioned to my girlfriend about seeing her brother earlier and my girlfriend also went with it, thinking her brother had stopped by and hung out with me or something that day. Christmas night rolls around and me and girlfriend decide to get drunk. We smoke a bowl on the front porch and we at some point start making out, assuming it was too late for anyone to really be outside. We stop kissing and notice the neighbor walking her dog. I was like, oops, a little awkward, but oh well. I wave at her while she was clearly looking at us and she just looks down and walks straight inside. Okay, whatever. Now I feel bad I made the poor lady feel awkward with our makeout sesh. Follow that up with some extremely loud sex. Lots of very dirty talk and moaning in the spare room 20 minutes later, only to find out the wall is shared between that room and our neighbor's bedroom. Judging by the noises I can hear through these walls, it's safe to say somebody heard us. Next day the neighbor ignores my girlfriend when she says hi. She comes inside and we talked about it for a second and just thought, oh well. Later my girlfriend says, "Did my brother come over day before yesterday?" Me. No, why? Her. Weird, the neighbor said she had met my brother when he was helping move. And there it is. Too long did not read. Met our neighbors separately and accidentally made them think we were siblings, only to make out in front of said neighbor and have loud sex inside. Now they are rightfully disgusted. Edit. It doesn't help that me and my girlfriend are relatively close enough looking, as far as skin, hair, eye colors. Really, this is a blessing in disguise. There are two possible routes from here. 1. Explain the situation. It will be such a relief to them that you'll have far greater leeway in the future. Sure, he sometimes plays his music a little late at night, but at least he's not fucking his sister, they'll say. 2. Lean into it. You don't need to keep up the charade because they will never speak to you again anyway, but don't make the effort to correct them, either. Now you will have established such a low bar that you have license to do whatever you want, because they'll roll their eyes and tell each other, well, what would you expect from that sister fucker? Keep it going as long as possible. Hire actors to play your parents. Time for escalation. Have your sister and her husband over. Go to meet the neighbors, but like with your arm around your actual sister, and the bill with your GF. Now the neighbors think you banged your sister, while dating a different person, and they have this deep dark secret that they know they should tell the significant others, that came over and they just met. But that's only if you want to be really evil. I'm very close with my family. Very close. This is the Reddit I know and love. Someone confessing their fuck up while thousands of complete strangers make fun of them. You have to take initiative. Knock on the door with a plate of something in your hands and say, "My sister made too much food so we decided to share some with you." Try inviting them to come over and say, "My mother is dying to know you." It's too late. The only choice now is to fully commit and put a full-size Alabama flag outside your door. Get her to call you daddy and you'll really blow their minds. Today I fucked up by trying to flirt with the pizza guy. This technically happened yesterday but I, 23, couldn't post till today because I was so mortified I was crying about it when it happened, so please forgive me. So for Christmas I got a gift card for my favorite fast food pizza joint the next state over. Usually it's a trip reserved for Friday nights, but I convinced my mom to bring me last night. I had also recently been trying to use a bit of makeup because my hair is short and I want to feel pretty and feminine. Everything was going well, me and mom were getting along. I was able to order my extra cheesy Alfredo specialty pizza even though it was no longer on the menu. Life was good. Once I got to the place, the rather cute guy running the register informed me that it would be out shortly. Cue the start of an elaborate foo that shows my life in a nutshell. I decided that I would casually slip the guy my number on a napkin once he gave me the pizza and play the shy girl runs off cliché. I slipped him the note being careful not to throw it at him. That has also happened before, and no, the guy didn't call me that time either, and went to make my exit. Due to me being an extremely anxious person and very nervous about the whole thing, I was shaking as if I was robbing the joint instead of giving a guy my number. I stumbled and the pizza began to wobble. It then hit the doorframe just right as I attempted to save it and the pizza fell cheese face down on the ground. Mind you, it had just come out of the oven and thus the molten cheese slipped off the slices and into a hot mess on the floor. The guy didn't notice for a second as I bumbled to try to do something, anything to save a shred of dignity, and then I hear, "Miss, are you okay?" OMG, I'll make you a new one on the house. Now me being me, I felt the need to try to clean the mess and began the futile task of scooping the slices back into the box and taking a napkin from my pocket to try to clean the goopy cheese on the floor. The guy continued to say he would clean in. Please don't burn your hands. I'll make you a new one, etc. But I was near tears at this point and just tried to laugh and quickly told him good night and ran out the door to burst into tears in my mom's car. Unsurprisingly, I haven't heard from him and now won't at all because I changed my number for unrelated reasons. I am not going back there for a very long time for all the pizza in the world. Too long did not read. Tried to act shy and cute in front of the pizza guy only to spectacularly drop my pizza face down on the floor as I was leaving. Edit. To the people in the comments saying I'm disgusting and he didn't have a way out, I left my number on the table and tried to leave. No pressure, totally up to him whether or not he threw it out. Thank you to everyone in the comments for your kindness. It helps my anxiety to know that it's not as bad as I thought. On another note, I changed my number because the number I had recently gotten was full of spam calls and linked to multiple accounts like Facebook and Venmo already. Well, shit happens. Don't give up. Next time you want to slip your number to someone, you now know how to both not throw it at them, and to not spill your new pizza. These weren't failures, they were experiments that you can learn from. Try and try again, you got this. Too much anxiety at play here. Next time, regardless of even if the sky is raining fire, remember to breathe, relax as much as you can, and get centered. Awkward things happen to everyone. Remember that you are not the only klutz in the world. There are many of us here, cheering you on. Changed my number for unrelated reasons. You ain't got to lie, Craig. Unsurprisingly, I haven't heard from him and now won't at all because I changed my number for unrelated reasons. What the fuck could you possibly do in one day that would force you to change your number that you wouldn't have known about prior to trying to give this guy your number? I'm just crying over the pizza. Driving way out of the way to get it, that's a serious foodie move. And to have the treasure, the Triforce, the Holy Grail, ruined like that, hurts the soul. I was on a first date, and my date totally dropped the pizza box onto the floor when she tried to set it down. It was adorable. Been married 19 years. Good luck. You made a cheesy impression. This is great. Tears of joy. Today I fucked up by sitting in my hot tub naked. Firstly, I live in northern MN and the last 2 days we have been bombarded with snow. My current stick says 21 inches in my driveway. It's a mess. Now for the TIFU. My wife and kids are gone on vacation. Just me and the dogs for a few days. We have a hot tub in a nice screened porch on the lower level of my home. I freely admit, I live in the middle of nowhere and have no fear of leaving a door unlocked. My wife however doesn't not see eye to eye on this and will lock doors at random. I decided, that since I'm home alone and I am a grown-ass man, I shall go sit in my hot tub buck nude and enjoy a cocktail. After sitting for around 25 minutes I decide that I should go let the dog and puppy out. I attempt to open the door I came in from. Locked. It's one of those ones with the little twist part in the center that locks it. I try the sliding door which also leads to the porch. Wood block in the track, sidebar. Only real way to stop unwanted entry through one of these. Now, I'm frantic. It's cold. There is 20 inches of fresh snow on the ground and I am coming to terms with my fate. I suddenly remember from the porch there is a flight of stairs that leads to a back door in the garage. Surely this must be unlocked because I was the last one to use it when sweeping off the roof over the porch. I ran up the stairs with a glimmer of hope only to find, you guessed it, locked. I get back into the tub to regain some much needed heat and call my wife. She proceeds to tell me that yes, she locked that door after I parked my motorcycle in front of it, just in case. She laughed and laughed at my plight. Horrible. I don't mean to brag, but my house has a fairly large footprint. It seemed so much larger when I was sprinting through literal testicle-deep snow into my front door. I finally make it inside fighting off low-grade shock and sit by my fireplace where I'm typing this from. So I'm conclusion. Too long did not read. Wife is gone. Sat in hot tub naked. Wife locks doors for some damn reason. Have to sprint through 100 yards of ball-deep snow to get into my house. I would have unlocked the door, and gone right back into the hot tub to warm back up. 100 yards of ball-deep snow. Did you leave a nut-shaped furrow from the hot tub to the house? My current stick says 21 inches. Nice flex, my dude. This is the first time I've heard of someone tea-bagging their own yard. I am that wife. I lock all the doors. Lol. I'd laugh at my hubby too. Grin. So all the doors were locked except your front door? I'm with you, my man. The whole point of living in BFE is not having to lock your doors because there's fucking nobody out here. First step next time is to fucking unlock everything. If your wife was gone, how the fuck was the door you used to get to the hot tub locked?